Right, welcome to part 2. What I'm going to try and do today is record a second part of my video, this time with Sephiroth, and I'm going to beat him on level 60, and then I'm going to beat him on level 70 plus, and you can just see the difference in beating it, one of which I'm going to have no items or barely any special items, and the other one I'm going to have loads of different special items. So I'm trying something a bit different this time. I'm using this little black GoPro. I've got a proper GoPro, but I'm using this little black GoPro here to see how things are going to go. And you can see the start screen here. So we'll just see. I've got my eye on a new Sony video in the end, but for now we're going to try and use a bit of this software and record the latter bits. But anyway, we'll don't even know if that's working. We'll see how it goes for now, but as again, third video, fingers crossed it all goes well. So here we're inside the northern cave, and how beautiful is that backdrop, by the way. Right, so we're situated below the northern crater in the icicle area, and here you fight some of the game's most powerful monsters, but you also get to listen to some beautiful music. I know we have Cloud and the gang just casually running on some bones. I wonder whose bones they are. And these are the magic pots. It's a reoccurring enemy in the Final Fantasy franchise, and essentially you feed them an elixir and you are rewarded with lots of experience, lots of gil, which is essentially superfluous at this point in the game, and attack points. And as you can see there, Cloud is wielding Ultimate Weapon, which we received in the last video, and if you're still watching this video after watching that one, thank you very much. Right, now this guy's really good, because this bloke here, there's a glitch in the game, right, and he gets like one chance to use Pandora's box, and if he fucks up in any way, he can't use it. So if he uses limited MP or something like that, he won't use it. That's Tifa dead anyway. I'm sure, right? Yes, Tifa dead. And ironically, she's the only one with the life thing, so. But she hasn't got her enemy skills, so it should be alright without her. But he gets one chance to use it. If he doesn't use it here, or he runs out of MP, there's no way to get it. It's not that good, but it's just a thing. It's, you know, it's a bit of a glitch in the game. It's the enemy skill you want, really. Pandora's box. He's doing it. This is that move. This is the move we need, man. So who's he going to land on? Leighton and KD, both of them. I can't remember. Should both have enough to withstand it, but... Right, so Leighton's got it. He lay in Pandora's box. I'm fucking buzzing, because now I get to use that against Sephiroth. I saved this ages ago, so it's like a one-time thing. I've just got to... If I lose now, I'm going to crack on level 74. I can't be arsed going back and getting all this other stuff, so... So here I am about to battle Jenova on level 61, lacking special items. Now I've sped this up so I can get more of the battle in between Sephiroth later, but just a little background on Jenova herself. She landed on Earth, well not Earth, she landed on the planet in Final Fantasy VII in a meteor, and the people who inhabited Earth at that time were the Cetra and Rose, Ares or Aerith, I think, is, I always call her Rose. I have done since I started playing this game when I was like 10, I can't remember. But anyway, I digress. So essentially, the Cetra ruled the planet, and they were also known as the Ancients. And Jenova essentially decided that she was going to destroy the Cetra and went about her business doing so. Now, eventually the Cetra did manage to entomb her in the northern cave, which lay undisturbed until Shinra came and started, basically found remains with Professor Gast, who originally thought she was herself on the Cetra. But during this megalomaniacal genocide that I'll keep calling it Geneva, that Jenova was committing against the Cetra, many Cetra died, and it led towards the extinction anyway. As you discover when you play the game, because I actually don't want to give you too many spoilers within the game, she is the parent of Sephiroth. It's coming! Do you remember that? Do you know that book? It's coming! What's coming? It's coming home! It's coming home! It's not like this. Over here. Yeah, you big bastard, dying. It's quite cool music, this one. Quite needs the Sephiroth music, that's just awesome. Second round of Sephiroth music is just sick. You can make a heavy metal song there. Just an absolutely sick move, this anyway. So, if we have to talk about how you get Knights of the Round, you go to, once you got your gold chocobo, it's like northeast side of the map, I forgot what it's called, but basically you run up to it, and you run up a mountain bit, then there's trees, then there's a cave, and when you go in the cave, that's when you get to Knights of the Round materia. I'll get a picture up, I'll just put a picture up so you know which cave you're both. But it really is the strongest part, the strongest thing. It's not the coolest move on the game. The problem with Knights of the Round is it takes fucking forever and a day to do. But I think it just killed Geneva in one. So Jenova in one. I keep calling it Geneva. But just killed Jenova in one. So if you watch me over battle, it went on a little bit, but you gone. And if you'll also notice, I've paired me materia. So when I use that, whereas it should use a shitload of MP, it's not. I'm actually gaining MP. Fucking hell. Okay, now I'm 76. Now I'm going to fight Sephiroth level 76 with all my characters. Good. So here we are, finally, level 76, about to fight Bizarro Sephiroth. So as you can see here, my party is made up of Kate Sith, Vincent and Sid. But you might be looking at this, and if you haven't played the game, thinking, oh, why is this going on? And the answer is basically that when you fight Bizarro Sephiroth, there's game mechanics which determine how the fight plays out, and these are related to your fight against Jenova, who's actually called Jenova Synthesis earlier, the average level of your party, and whether or not you've got Yuffie or Vincent. A lot of people love Yuffie, I get that, but I always prefer Vincent. Right, so you'll have seen there that I'll have moved from one to the other, and again I've shortened this fight just because it goes on for a long time. And it would have been shorter if I'd just used Knights of the Round over and over again, but I wanted to do some other things, and I love this attack anyway. But anyway, return to what I was saying. Depending on the answers to the questions about how the battle played out against Jenova, what the level of your party, and whether you got Yuffie or Vincent, basically determines whether you're going to fight Bizarro Sephiroth with 1, 2 or 3 groups in your party. Now if you're just fighting with 1, that's the easiest, and 3 is the most difficult, and they've all got distinct tactics. Now strangely enough, on both level 67 and level 76 the battles that I've had, I ended up fighting with 2 parties, which is fine as well. But unfortunately I've had to cut these fights down because it just would have been far too long. Now here we go. I think this is a little beautiful scene as well when he disappears. When you're fighting in real life, it takes a long time, and basically you've got to check on the other party each time someone dies, but that seems to change at the end. We're going to move on to the final boss fight. How fucking awesome is that music, by the way? Beautiful, man. Oh, here we go. Look at him descending from the sky. Those mad green eyes there. So Sephiroth is arguably the most recognisable antagonist within the entire Final Fantasy franchise, which is completely unsurprising, as Final Fantasy VII, as far as I'm concerned, is justifiably the most popular game in the series. Just a little note on the moves that Sephiroth makes. He starts with Wall all the time, so really what I should have done is not start with Ultimate End here, because it's less effective Knights of the Round than had I debarriered straight away, so that was my fault, because I just forgot. Just a little bit on the background of this. Like the last battle, there are some variables. Depends on whether you use Knights of the Round in the battle against Jenova, and with how many members of your party are at level 99. Obviously I haven't got that issue because I've got everyone's at 76. But it changes depending on that. And also in the original Japanese version, this final version is called Safer Sephiroth, and he had different abilities and his moves were slightly different. But in the international version, it's all quite predictable, and you know what's going to happen. That doesn't mean it's an easy boss, by the way. It's well, he's easier than some. He's certainly easier than Ruby Weapon, and he's easier than Emerald Weapon, who incidentally are not in the Japanese version either. They're also exclusive, probably the wrong word to use really, but they're also only in the international version. Just an awesome, beautiful battle this. That's probably Shadow Flare is one of his most dangerous attacks. And I think I take it on now, is it? Oh no, he's just completely... He's just killed Cloud straight away. So I'm using Ultimate End again, and that's because I've got the Mime ability with Tifa. I say he's a relatively easy boss, but not many bosses in the game can take this twice. Like, obviously he's got the barrier up because I still haven't taken it down for whatever reason, even though I've got the magic to do so. Anyway, he's the most powerful transformation, this say, for Sephiroth. And the song in the background, which is amazing, is called One Winged Angel, which plays during the battle, and it's just iconic. Just listen to it, it's awesome, it's just an iconic song. It's probably more iconic than his original theme, which is called Those Chosen by the Planet, I think. Just one more on this. While I'm level 76, he's level 87, which is neither here nor there, because if you're all level 99 and the game just adjusts to make the battle hard anyway. But yeah, he's also got unlimited MP, which just every time he fights it just tops up again. Sephiroth. So if you look at him here as well, just the way he looks is awesome. So you see his lower body's been replaced with a cloud and six blue-tipped wings. And if you look at his head as well, there's 2 linked halos and one possesses a sun symbol. Yeah, it's probably a good idea to cure Cloud there, to be fair. And iconically, and it is iconic, his right arm is replaced with this amazing dark red wing. And you'll notice his weapon, the Masanune, I think it's called, that is I know it is actually, his really long sword called the Masanune is replaced with this beautiful striking wing. And even down to like his hair defies gravity. The symbology is just amazing when you look at it, because Sephiroth's clearly represented as this dark, angelic persona. And he possesses some characteristics like that make him look at him. He's like a deity. He's like he's godlike. He's meant to be godlike here. So yeah, and it just goes to say he's not of this earth. And I just think the symbology is beautiful. And the sun on his halo is really important as well, because one of his, well, my favourite attack on the game, it's not Pale Horse, my favourite attack on the game is when he uses Supernova, which you'll see in a minute, and it is just beautiful. And yeah, he is a deity, as far as I'm concerned. When he uses that, he's just awesome. Or maybe a fallen angel will be a better way to describe him. Because if you look at his backstory as well, it's just... No, I can't say it. Just play the game. I mean, I'm hoping that... I imagine that most people watching this... Well, a lot of people who've watched this video will have played the game. Maybe not to this point, but you definitely should. Oh, here it is. One of the things I find strange is that Gaia, this universe, is still set in our solar system, and Earth's just called Gaia. He goes past and destroys Saturn's rings, which are actually already fallen into Saturn. They'll be gone in about 100,000 years, but destroying Jupiter's spot. It's like a big vacuum of our solar system which stops us getting hit and pelted. This is beautiful. This is actually what will happen when the sun becomes a red giant. It's just going to coop the Earth. It'll absorb Mercury and Venus, and then Earth will just be there. How gorgeous is that, man? I love that, the way he just lets the supernova just pass through him like it's nothing. I don't know why I'm being quiet on this bit, and just like so much has happened and I'm just sat there like, yeah, watch me cure myself. Oh, here it is. What a move this is. So just a bit on me playing it. Usually I'm using Leighton here. Obviously I named him Red 13 after Leighton Baines. And Tifa, I've always had Tifa in my squads. I just think she's amazing, and I love the love story between it, to be honest. The one with Aerith sort of gets in between that love story that I've got with Tifa. It's very sad because I started this game really early, but I used to name her weird things. Like I think I called her Avril at one point when I was obsessed with Avril Lavigne. And Brittany, back in the day I called her Brittany. When the first time I ever played this game I called Tifa Brittany. But anyway, obviously I'm KD and I've always been KD, but Barry I've called some mad names. Well, my best mates, I've called him Adam, I've called him Jack after my brother, and I've called him, who else have I called him? Adam was after Adam Lim, Jack was after my brother, and I can't remember what else I've called him. But usually I call him a mate, and the only ones I leave alone and don't name are usually Katsith, Vincent and Sid. I leave them with their own names usually. But why I picked this team, usually here I'd have the original lineup, because I think you just spend that long. It's a bit like when I play Pokemon games as well. I like to work on my original squad and get them as good as they can, whereas I can like add later Pokemon, and like this where I can add later characters. I like to work on the originals. But I just thought I'd try something different, because usually when I complete it I've got Barret, Tifa and Cloud, so I thought I'll put Red 13 in my squad. And he is sick, to be fair, like. I know I mentioned that in the last battle, but I just think some of the visuals on here, they're awesome. I mean, if you look at Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, they're nowhere near this. And even 8, I don't rate 8. I've tried to play 8 loads of, well, I know a lot of people love Final Fantasy 8, but it's just not my game. It takes so long to get into it. And if you play Final Fantasy, it's action straight away from the beginning. I love the storyline and everything. But 8, I mean, I will complete 8, but I'm not going any further than 10. I've got a little thing I'm going to do, like I'm going to complete every Tomb Raider, and I'm going to do it with I'm going to complete Final Fantasy 1 all the way to Final Fantasy 10, and that'll be it. But I've never played 9, I've never played 10. Final Fantasy 7 is my game. I played 5, oh here we go. Do you realise what I've done? Pandora's Box. That one we got earlier on in the game, Pandora's Box, I finally used it. What? So, the one I got earlier, Pandora's Box, has just finished Sephiroth. He's definitely like a demigod there. In fact, he's just like a god. We've just slayed a god, lads. Right, so I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. I know it's been ages since I've done it. I recorded all the footage months ago, and it's taken me a long time to get the time to record it. So I do appreciate your patience. I'm trying to get a little bit better each time. I'm working on Premiere Pro and what I can do on it. I'm trying to work on the audio because the audio was quite bad on my last video. So I just want to say thank you so much. Newfound respect for anyone who does these videos all the time. I think I'd have to quit my job to do them. And also at this current time when I'm releasing this, just stay safe and look after each other, okay? All the very best.